What's going on, everyone? We're in the Garagecade for part 3 of Cruis and Exotica Not a restoration. And in the last part, part 2, I installed that potentiometer in the steering wheel. And so we now have a working game. We can play Cruis and Exotica in all its glory. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is a fun game. Now, I know I played a little Cruis and Exotica over the years in the arcade, but I've never actually sat down and really engaged with the game and every level and every car like I have the last couple nights. And I'm loving Cruising Exotica. It's super fun. The course design is great. And it's just a blast to play. I love it. Okay, so what do we got to do? We got to do a few things. Well, one is that you may remember the coin door, the coin acceptor, it was not functioning correctly. You put a quarter in and it wasn't registering in the game. That was actually just a quick little adjustment that I did on the coin mech. I did that off camera. Not a big deal. The big issue that came up was every time you restart the game, it would go ahead and do a factory reset. So it wasn't saving scores, it was factory resetting. You had to calibrate it every time. And that's not correct, that's not ideal. So I looked it up and it's a real easy fix. It's a snap hat battery. So there it is right there. And it was on the CPU, it's on the main board over here. So right there on that main board, this little snap hat battery just pops in place and they fail and you replace them. Luckily there's no soldering and it's actually a really easy fix. You just pop it off and pop a new one on. So I ordered a new snap hat battery off of Amazon. It had Prime shipping, so it took 1 day to get here. $14.99, new snap hat battery. Awesome, easy fix. So I'm gonna put that in there so that I can start getting some high scores on the machine and I don't have to calibrate it every time. And let's see what else. So the machine's all clean, it's working good. So one thing though is the side art could use a little love. So you can see that the side art, you know, this is a well-used machine, well-loved machine that's been in an arcade, it's been on route, and it has a little wear and tear, which is perfectly fine. These are arcade machines, you know, not museum pieces, and but I do want to clean that up a little bit. So on the Aliens cab, I used a Sharpie because the side art had a few issues that I had to clean up, a few blemishes. And that worked great because it's a black cabinet, so easy peasy. On the Cruis and Exotica though, there's all kinds of colors. Look at the side art, it's really cool. It's super colorful. And what I did is I went ahead and ordered a 100-piece marker set off of Amazon that has a whole bunch of different colors. Every shade of blue you could want, every shade of yellow. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to touch up the side art and try to blend it as much as possible. It'll be better. Will it be perfect? No, but it'll be a lot better. All the blemishes, they won't be as prominent and noticeable. That's the hope, at least. I might start down at the bottom and see if I like it. And if it works the way I think it will, then I'll just do the whole side art. So that is the plan. And I think we should just start with the snap hat battery. But before we do that, guys, I've already been making some changes down here in this corner. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I've made a whole bunch more room in the Garagecade. I have 2 more spots now right there next to the Gold Rush pinball machine, which I can't wait to start working on this. And then right here, a big old spot. So 2 more arcade machines can be put in the Garagecade. And I cleaned up my electronic repair station here because I figured, you know what, with all these arcade machines in here, I'm going to need my electronic repair station to be ready to go in tip-top shape. So I got this all organized. I've got my soldering gun there. I've got my work area, my test screen so I can test electronics, all kinds of cool stuff. All my screwdrivers, and I've got all my tools over here and all kinds of fun stuff. My little magnifier there, my light. And so that's all good to go. Now, what am I putting in these 2 spots? Well, I mean, you probably just got to have to stay tuned to find out, because that's a different day. We're not talking about that today, but it's going to be pretty special. Okay, guys, so why don't we install that snap hat battery and get this Cruis and Exotica good to go. This should be a very quick and simple test. So right here on the board is where the snap hat battery goes. And I guess the only thing you got to worry about doing on this is there's a little dot on the battery. You want to line it up with the dot right there. So I see the little dot. I'm going to line up the little prongs And just like that, a new snap hat battery. Cool. Okay, let's see if that did it. Alright, so we're firing up Cruis and Exotica. Now I might do a factory reset this first time. I'm not sure. Yep, okay, so now what we want to do is calibrate it, set it up, and then hopefully after I turn it off and turn it back on, then it'll save all these settings. So go ahead and turn the steering wheel all the way to the center, press test. There we go. Steering wheel all the way to the left. I'm doing this one hand, holding the camera one hand and pressing test with the other. All the way to the right. Test. Hit the brake, gas pedal to the max. Test. Brake pedal to the max. Test. Okay, so that's going to fire up. It's going to do its ROM check. Initializing. Now I need to track down another one of these Cruis and Exoticas so we can have two of them linked together for some two-player races. That would be ideal, but that may not happen because we got the Drift over here, which that's going to take some doing to get that thing running. Okay, so we got Cruis and Exotica up, and let me go ahead and just throw a couple quarters in there just to show you guys that the coin door is working now, which is kind of cool. Oh, and I do have locks that I can put on the cabinet. I'll do that as well. So let's see. What was that? Okay. So, you know, this is part of the arcade experience, is the quarter drop. Oh yeah. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to keep more quarters out here. You can set these things to free play too, but you know, I'm all about the quarter drop. One more. Okay. We got one credit. We're gonna press start, which is right here. Down to 12. Now it should save all these settings. I'm gonna do a race. One-handed. One-handed racing. It may not be pretty, but we'll get it done. We're in the desert. I love the course design on this game. You know, nothing better than doing a full 360 flip in your Corvette. Little shortcut there to the left. Out of my way. Whoa. And this game's awesome. I love the force feedback on the steering wheel. Oh, oh, one-handed turns. It's getting crazy. Look at that helicopter. There we go. Yeah. Checkpoint. Okay, we gotta get it. We're in 7th here. This isn't cutting it. Oh my gosh. Tragic. There we go. Let's pass these guys. And let's take the shortcut. That's what we needed. Okay, we're in 4th. Well, hey, 3rd. Nice. We lucked out a bend there. Okay, so let's put initials in, and it should save these now. and then all the way over to end. Okay. There we go. We're not going to continue. So there we go. Okay, so now, go ahead. And I've got all these, I bought 3 of these power strips here. I think they're really cool. They got super long cords. I found them at Goodwill. They're in really good shape. They're surge protectors. They got USB ports on them. They have 6 plug, standard 120 ports, and you can turn them 360 degrees. I really like them because, well, one, as I found 3 of them at Goodwill, and they were in great shape and they were cheap, because these are like $30 new. But 2 is they're very versatile with the USB, with the 6 outlets, with the 360 degree turning feature, and the long cord is perfect for the GarageCade here, because if I'm testing machines and stuff. So I've got 3 of them, but the best feature is right here. So I can have like 5, 6 machines on here. How many? 1, 2, 3, 5 machines on here, and I can just go boom, and it turns off. And hear the steering wheel, the force feedback. Let's go, and you can hear it kind of slam when you turn it off. All right, then we're going to turn it back on. And fingers crossed, guys. Is this going to work? Is it going to do a factory reset, or is it going to store all that information that we just gave to it? Was this the right fix? Hey, there we go, initializing. I think we got it. I think. Hopefully. Come on. I heard the speaker fire. It's thinking. There we go. All right. Look at that. Problem fixed now. I don't know if in tracked mode, if we'll get to see any scores. Let's find out. Register now. Cruisin' Club Exotica. I wonder if that still works. Free race every time. Oh, interesting. I'll have to look into that. I doubt that's still a thing, right? Okay. Am I on the scoreboard? I don't think I was on that particular scoreboard, so that's not surprising. I'm not there. But it works, guys. Cool. Okay, so that was an easy fix. Actually, all the fixes on this machine have been super easy. There's been a potentiometer, a snap hat battery. It was dirty. I mean, it looks a lot better than it did. Especially like down here on the diamond plating, it was filthy. The coin door needed a little adjustment. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's throw some locks on there, and then we'll touch up the side art. A couple days have passed since I last talked to you, and that's because I was waiting for 2 things to arrive. So the side art, I was thinking that I would pick up a marker set. So the Sharpie works so well on the aliens that I wanted to get a marker set on Amazon that had like every shade of color possible. So I picked up this one. It's got 100 different shades of various colors. And I actually already started a little bit. So, this is not like, I mean, the best thing to do here obviously would be to replace side art or go in there, maybe even touch up paint or something. But I just want it to look better. And I started to fill in the areas up here with blue, and it does exactly what I wanted it to do. It looks better. So at a distance, when you don't have bright lights shining right on it, it looks presentable. Right now I have studio light shining at it, and I have the lights on here in the GarageCade, so you can see all the various imperfections and blemishes. But you can see I filled in all these areas with blue marker, and it works really well. And even down here, I filled in with a little green marker, excuse me. And what a difference that compared to, you can see where I didn't fill it in right here. What a difference it makes. So very happy about that. That's a nice, easy, cheap fix. And this was like $20, $22, I think it was, on Amazon for all those. So that's not too bad. And then I was playing Cruisin' Exotica the other night, and I realized, hey, wait a minute, this marquee, this has got to light up, right? So I looked at the manual, which, by the way, guys, this did come with its original manual. Look at that. Very nice to have. And I went through here, and sure enough, there is the diagram for the marquee. And I went ahead and ordered one of these fluorescent bulbs, 18-inch, 15-watt bulbs on Amazon as well, and that arrived. So next order of business, and we're like, this is the home stretch, guys, is I'm going to install that marquee light. And I mean, more or less, this is a finished project, And we're going to move on to the Aliens Extermination next because the computer that I ordered from China arrived. So Aliens Extermination is going to be done here very shortly as well. And I'm excited about that because then we can move on. I'm thinking either Area 51 is next or this Circa 1933. So very exciting. Lots going on in the GarageCade. So why don't we go ahead and light up this marquee, because you can't have an arcade cabinet without a light up marquee. That's just wrong. I've got my security bits. Let's see. Oh, I don't need them. Looks like just a regular Phillips. Cool. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's stuck out there. This will give me a good opportunity to clean up this Plexi. There we go. Ta-da! Wonder how long it's been since that's been open. Just give it a little turn. And it should pop right out. There's that side. Then pop the little prongs in there. Give it a little turn. Right into place. Like so. Okay. Let's fire it up. There we go. Let there be light. All right, nice and bright. Okay, now we're in business. So that's gonna look awesome. So I'm gonna clean this off, and I'm gonna clean the Plexi off, and then that's it. And just like that, one finished, dedicated Cruis and Exotica arcade cabinet. Look at that beautiful light up marquee. What an improvement. And the side art looks way better. And we got the locks on the coin doors down there. It's working like a champ. I've left it on for about 12 hours to make sure, because sometimes, you know, these machines, you get them fixed and you want to kind of get all the gremlins out. So leave it on for a while, play it, let the thing heat up, make sure everything's okay. And this seems to be, knock on wood. Let's see if I can find some wood over here. Here we go. Knock on wood, it seems to be a champ and rock solid. So this is the first complete project here in the GarageCade, and we got to move on to something else. So stay tuned for all kinds of fun projects, and we got a big delivery coming probably next week, which I'm super excited about, and I look forward to sharing that with you. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm posting new videos all the time here on the channel. Follow me with my game collecting adventures over on Instagram at The Game Hunters. And of course, there's a community Discord, The Dragon's Lair, where you can hang out when we're not posting videos on YouTube. And I'm live streaming on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday, guys. I'd love to see you over there for all retro gaming on original hardware, even a CRT television at COE33. Links in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.